Hello everyone and welcome to the Anti-Hero series where you can learn all about hero conjuring. The goal of these videos is to provide decent conjuring options and thereby improving your chances of winning. In this episode of the counter series we'll start with a short review on X-BORG followed by some counters that could be used to your advantage.
2, 1, go!
First skill, fire missiles. X-BORG activates the flamethrower and fires in the designated direction, dealing damage to enemies in range continuously. If X-BORG is in his armorless state, he will adjust the flamethrower to focus the fire in a smaller area while increasing the range and reducing the damage output. Second skill, fire stake. X-BORG fires fire stakes at the target location and retrieves them back after a while, dealing damage to enemies in the path and pulling them toward him. If X-BORG is in his armorless state, he will adjust his fire stake launcher to increase the attack range of this skill. Ultimate Last Insanity. X-BORG charges in a target direction while spraying flames in all directions, dealing damage to enemies and slowing them down. When the skill ends, or when he manually activates this skill again while it lasts, X-BORG will self-explode right away to deal massive damage to enemies nearby. If X-BORG becomes armorless during the skill duration, he will self-explode as well. X-BORG can move one more time in the movement direction after the self-explosion. Passive, Firaga Armor. X-BORG's Firaga armor inherits 120% of his max HP and takes all damage for X-BORG while it's on. When the Firaga armor breaks, it will leave X-BORG in an armorless state, under which he will constantly restore energy. Once X-BORG's energy is fully restored, he will re-equip the Firaga armor. X-BORG's flames heat up the enemy's hit, and the enemies who reach the temperature limit will drop Firaga supplies when they take further damage from X-BORG's flames. Picking up a supply restores X-BORG's Firaga armor or an increased amount of energy if X-BORG is in his armorless state. When laning, X-BORG first uses fire missiles to harass his enemy. Then he follows up with fire stake to deny the target's escape attempt. Next, he further deals damage with fire missiles. Lastly, a timely cast of Last Insanity will vaporize the target in no time. In the teamfight, X-BORG first casts fire stake to control the enemy crowd. Then he casts Last Insanity to dive into the enemy crowd and inflict massive damage. Upon entering armorless state, X-BORG quickly disengages enemies and then harasses the enemies with fire missiles and fire stake.
The first counter in today's video is Chang'e. Now, at the first glance she might seem innocent, however to an experienced X-BORG player she will look like a nightmare. Chang'e has a very high burst and a very fast movement speed. When her skills are executed right, she can easily melt X-BORG's defenses while at the same time keeping a very safe distance from him. Next up on the list, Lilia. So Lilia is yet another example of a mage that is lethal when it comes to close combat. Next to her high burst, her ultimate also provides a very unique escaping mechanism by turning back the time a few seconds and restoring her HP. By doing so, she can easily counter X-BORG's burst and cook him up nicely afterwards with her skills, thus turning an X-BORG into an X-Kebab. Now, if your team needs a support against X-BORG, then look no further, because Angela is here. So Angela is a pretty simple hero to use that can support your team from a distance. Her arsenal consists of a low cooldown healing / damaging ability, slow, which is used to zone out X-BORG while your teammates get in position to kill him. and should X-BORG cause any trouble, then Angela can easily pop by and save you with a shield. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions on other counters, please make sure to share them with the community in the comment section down below. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.